Welcome back. Megan Hensley's pretty much won every softball award there is. The pitcher/outfielder, also getting it done in the classroom as well. There's only one accomplishment Megan has not gotten until now, the CN2 All-Star of the Week. Tony Rawlings has her story.
Louisville softball went 2-out in the 2015 postseason, but next year the Cards will have help from one of the best high school players in the state, Ashland Blazers' Megan Hensley. Hensley was the 2014 Kentucky Gatorade Player of the Year and made first-team All-State. She says she chose U of L after making several visits.
Freshman year, they invited me to come down to a camp, and I didn't really think about it then, but then I went down there, and I really enjoyed the camp and liked the campus. I went around, and then whenever I was starting to start on visits and stuff, I went down there and just loved it. All the facilities, the coaches, and everything. This
season, Hensley's led the Tomcats to a 26-5 record, but is quick to credit her teammates for their success.
So far, I mean, our only losses have been against really good teams, and the losses have been close. So, I mean, they are games that could go either way. And, I mean, we're a younger team this year, and a lot of people have stepped up and just, I don't know, we've stepped up and played a lot better than I think people expected us to this year. So, we've been having a pretty good season.
Hensley has a 0.86 career earned run average to go along with more than 1,000 career strikeouts. Offensively, she's batting .464 with 115 RBIs and 25 homers. She credits her success on the field to the work she puts in the offseason and to quitting other sports to focus exclusively on softball.
I mean, I work hard all year round. Softball is the only sport I play now, and I put all my time into it. I mean, in the winter, I was having, I'd go to high school practice, and then I'd go have a hitting lesson for an hour, a pitching lesson for an hour, at least 3 times a week. So just a lot of hard work.
Ashland Blazer opened district play on Wednesday with a 2-0 win over rival Boyd County. Hensley says despite being young, this team has what it takes to win the state championship.
Just showing up every game and giving it all we got, and I think if we do that, then we should be able to win it all.
Hensley currently has a 4.2 GPA and at one point this year even had a 5.0. She's unsure of what she'll study at U of L, but is leaning toward medicine. Tony Rawlings, CN2 Sports.
Tony, thank you very much. From the diamond to the track, as NASCAR racer Chris Lafferty joins us from North Carolina. Chris, Sprint Cuppers preparing for their longest race, 600 miles around the Charlotte Motor Speedway. You've been in the car, you've been in the truck. How draining is that extra 100 miles?
Oh, draining is not even the word for it. I mean, it's a scenario where 500 miles is a lot and is very draining, and you have to be so physically and mentally ready for that. So you add another extra 100 miles on there, and the cream rises to the top. It's hard to keep your concentration that long.
Well, not only that, but the elements change. Assuming it's not raining or nasty out, whatever, it still goes from daytime to dusk to nighttime.
Yeah, by design, and that's kind of what, even though a lot of people don't like the length of the race, they go, the race is just too long, it does add that element of the race starting in the daytime and going into the night, and that's kind of been the little shot in the arm that this race has had that separated it from every other race on the circuit is the elements change, and Charlotte Motor Speedway is one of those tracks that from day to night changes dramatically.
In what way? Can you be a bit more specific, especially for our non-hardcore racing fans?
Yeah, basically is, the track surface during the day is hot. It's slick, it's loose, the car moves around. So you've got to set the chassis up to where it's a little bit tighter. It'll plow a little bit like a dump truck to get around the track. As the nightfall comes, basically the track just tightens up, and basically it can feel like a completely different race car from day to night. And that's why the crew chiefs really make their money. A decent race car can turn into absolute junk at night, and a junk race car can get super good once the nightfall comes.
All right, the 600 being run the same time as the Indy 500. How do you see the relationship between NASCAR and Indy? Is NASCAR completely blown away Indy, in your opinion?
This IndyCar stuff that you speak of.
Okay. It's one state away. Don't get us in trouble here.
You know what? The Indianapolis 500 will always live proudly in our nation. NASCAR guys and IndyCar guys are typically two different types of animals. I mean, I respect the IndyCar stuff because it's very technologically advanced, way more than our NASCAR stuff. But yeah, we're all fighting for bragging rights, and NASCAR's been able to brag a lot.
All right, real quick, about 10 seconds to go. Who's going to win it?
Oh man, who's 9, 8, 7? I'm going Jimmy Johnson.
There you go. I mean, the man owns the Lowe's Motor Speedway, what used to be called the Lowe's Motor Speedway.
That's correct.
Chris, we appreciate it. Thank you very much, and thanks for showing off your backwards counting ability.
4, 2.
See you, buddy.
See
One
ya.
other sports note, U of L tennis player Sebastian Stiefelmeier advancing to the round of 16 at the NCAA Singles Championship, winning today in straight sets. Appreciate you joining us. If you missed any part of our broadcast or you want to review something, you can always see clips on mycn2.com or watch CN2 Sports anytime on demand, clicking under the local tab and following us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a nice night.